The thing that immediately stands out about Buster's best-remembered films are all those marvelous toys, and those toys always seem unforgettable. Whether they be animals, minerals, vegetables, or for that matter, machines, men, or women. The results are sometimes thrilling, often epic, always extraordinary. And while things often appear, or are, dangerous to Buster the actor, for Keaton the director, these things are simply his playthings. Released in September 1920, One Week was quickly hailed as the comedy sensation of the year. Audiences responded eagerly, too. According to Joseph M. Skank Productions' revenue ledgers, One Week grossed $114,798.24, making it the most popular of his short film releases for Metro Pictures. It also established Keaton as one of Hollywood's major film comics. Buster himself considered One Week to be the stick by which his other comedy shorts should be measured. Buster felt that he'd put a special effort into this film, and it was the one that best defined both his film character and the kind of movies with which he wished to be identified. One Week was the second Keaton independent film made, but made such a strong impression that Buster released it first. Buster's first film, The High Sign, a solid but lesser film, was held back to be released a year later. Following his apprenticeship at Roscoe Arbuckle's Komiki Studios in 1920, One Week established Keaton's style of comedy as quite different from that of his mentor, as well as that of other comics such as Harold Lloyd or Charlie Chaplin. Keaton got the idea to make One Week from seeing an educational film made by the Ford Motor Company called Homemade in 1919. This how-to film was designed to show the public how a newlywed couple could build their own prefabricated home in just 7 days. The Ford Model T, the most popular car in America during the 1910s and 20s, was often identified as a symbol of the American working class. As such, it quickly became one of Buster Keaton's favorite targets. Even in this Ford film parody, the Model T is not spared. By using the simple plot device of jealous Handy Hank's creative box renumbering, Buster turned Ford's dream house into a nightmare and into a delight. Incidentally, to this day, nobody knows who played the part of Handy Hank. The actor's name remains a mystery. For One Week, Buster actually built 3 different exterior facades. The first 2 were created on an empty lot just 2 blocks south of Buster's own studio. The purpose of the first and simplest of these 3 houses, the Tuesday frame, is best remembered for 3 simple gags: the fall, the pivot with Sybil Seeley, and the drop. The drop, an idea Buster brought from vaudeville, had previously been used in Arbuckle's Backstage in 1919, and it would be recreated again in perhaps Buster's most famous stunt near the end of Steamboat Bill Jr. However, this pales in comparison to Buster's second structure, the Spinning Nightmare. This was built on a giant turntable with an engine inside the building, allowing it to work on the same principle as a merry-go-round. Careful study of this house also tells us many things. For example, it is, from the tip of the roof, exactly 30 feet tall, 20 to 23 feet wide, depending on where one measures it, and 20 feet deep, or 23 feet if one includes the front porch. Or is it the back porch? Wind drafts blowing from inside the windows reveal that there are no interior walls in the house. However, we also know that Buster built a flooring brace between the first and second stories. This permits the building to have maximum allowable torquage. Here, in Stan Laurel's Smithy, we can see an example of poor torquage. Had Buster's second house been built like Stan's, when spun it literally would have flown apart. Instead, it spins like a top. The interior sets are also interesting. Besides actually being exteriors, again, note the draft blowing the wrong way. The insides are like Doctor Who's TARDIS. The kitchen, dining room, and bedroom are all larger than an outside floor, and when one adds in the staircase and the bathroom, one finds the inside of the house is about 2.5 times bigger than the outside. The last of Buster's 3 houses, the Weekend Beast, is about the same size as the second house, and indeed seems a perverse, twisted version of the previous building. But it's a completely different monstrosity. One can tell by the differing window frames and by nearly everything on this house being broken. Besides, this final house, filmed near the Edendale train depot, is also suffering from poor torquage. Buster did love his toys, and for this one, he even left us directions. In 1999, the International Buster Keaton Society built one of its own.